some practical tips that you guys can take from this Zoom and hopefully apply it to your business, to your life. Because this business wasn't designed to be easy. It was designed to be simple. And when you break those two apart, you come to realize that life, your business is incorporated in with your life. Okay. It's so much more than just sales, right? This is our routine every day. This is what we put in every day. It's what we want to work on every single day because we are ever evolving. So when we can bring our mindset into this, we have to know our mindset is where it starts. Like your mindset is a reflection of where your business is. And that's something that it was a kind of a gut punch for me to realize is the mindset I had in the beginning is not the mindset I have today because my business has shifted. My business has evolved as I've grown, and growing isn't comfortable. Growth takes a lot of perseverance. It takes a lot of grit. It takes knowing where you're at in the season and owning where you're at, not looking left, not looking right. And I'm going to give you 3 practical ways to flip the script in your mindset and things that I've learned that helps me every single day. And before I go into these 3 things, I want to let you guys know, I just recently came out of a season of hardship, of darkness. It almost felt like I was in prison in my mind again. And I had to pull myself out of the grips of being up here in prison and saying, your business is your responsibility. If you don't like where you're at, Olivia, then change it. If you don't like the season you're in, then get up and do something about it. And I had to have that mirror check and say, I'm in control of this. I'm in control of this. I'm in control of what I react to, of what I pour my energy into. Setting boundaries is something that I've learned that has to come with your business, and it has to come with your relationships. And if you have a spouse, if you have children, if you have family, and there is toxic energy within that, you need to know to set those boundaries and say, I am not available for anything that makes me feel less than a human. I'm not available for anything if it doesn't make me a better person. You have to set that tone. And a lot of those things take time, but these 3 things have helped me the most. And especially in this hard season that I'm slowly coming out of. It's not easy, guys. This business is not meant to be easy, like I said, because life is life. Life is unfair. Life throws us curveballs. Life throws us things that we don't expect coming, right? So number one thing is gratitude. Finding 5 to 10 things every single day that you're grateful for, knowing that it could be worse, knowing that you have it better off and the things that you have today, someone else is praying for, knowing that you have a roof over your head, you have food in the fridge, you have your children by your side, or whatever it is. You're not where you were 5 or 6 years ago. It's finding that gratitude in the small seasons, looking at Tuesdays in your weekly paycheck and saying, man, I just made $25 from my phone. I'm going to steward this $25 and be grateful for where I'm at. And I'm going to own where I'm at, right? Owning it and showing up anyway. Guys, I'm telling you, I was a 4K and I showed up like I was a 200K, like I was an 80K, one of the top ranks, because I believed so wholeheartedly in this business. But gratitude was where it started. And every single day, looking at your routine. Do you have a routine? Do you have structure in your day? That getting organized, getting disciplined, looking at your phone as a tool to earn an income. To me, social media is not a hobby, because social media is where we build our business. It's where we build our income. So I'm going to get on social media, working it as a business, not as a hobby, and scrolling and doing things that aren't going to help grow this organization or help me become a better person. Because the content you consume is also another thing that takes your energy. So what content are you consuming? Who are people on your network that you need to remove? What are things that you see every day that you probably be better off not seeing every day. Number 2 is sitting with yourself. Sitting with yourself with no distractions and feeling out your emotions. So for me, that could be unplugging. For me, that could be done with my IPAs. I could be done with most of my work stuff. So I'm going to get off my phone and I'm going to relax. I'm going to sit in my feelings and what I feel and just embrace it, whether it's anxiety, whether it's joyfulness or happiness or peace or gratitude or anger, whatever that emotion is, I'm going to sit in it because I feel it. I know it's here. So I'm going to feel through that and feel it out and say, okay, what do I need to learn from this feeling, from this emotion, from this reaction? Because if it's a negative emotion, if it's anger, if it's negative, it's because of a certain circumstance that happened and probably a root inside me that's being triggered. And I need to sit through that and I need to process that. What do I need to learn from this? Olivia, it means you have work to do. It means you need to improve more on your self-development. You need to look at what area is causing this and get real with yourself and look in the mirror and get it together. You've got lives to change. You've got people to impact. People look up to you. People are watching you. You have a business to build. Like get out of the funk. That was it for me. So sitting in it and speaking truth over those thoughts. So this is still part of number 2, but speaking truth over myself took a little while to understand what that means. But the more you do self-development and you listen to other entrepreneurs, you're going to hear things that click over and over and over again. That's what success is. It's repetition, persistence, doing it over again. So when you listen to self-development constantly, you hear these things that apply to you. That's going to echo in your mind when you say negative thoughts about yourself. So I'll give you an example. I'll say I'm ugly and I'm fat. Just as an example, that's a negative thought, right? I'm going to speak truth over that. I'm going to say, no, I'm beautiful and I'm confident. I am equipped, right? And I'm going to say these things and speak truth over what I am saying in my mind. And that makes me feel so much better. It may be temporary, but you have to know when to say these things and become so self-aware with what's going on up here. That is point blank. Number 3 is unplugging. So when you unplug from social media, usually it's once a week. I encourage that. Sabbath, get off your phone for a full 24 hours and be with your family, be with your children. Do not always constantly be in hustle and grind mode because you're going to get burnt out and you're going to want to walk away and you're not going to give your dreams. You're not going to fulfill your dreams. None of the things that you started this business for will come true. So it's really good to unplug from social media and look at what it is that you need to do. Hold on just a second. Courtney, I see you. Your audio won't work. I just seen your message. You probably can't hear me, I guess. It says you're pinned. Okay, it's working now. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but unplugging is so important. So 1 and 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, in the chat, if you guys want to write, gratitude is number 1. Number 2 is 5 to 10 things a day. Be grateful for something. Be grateful for what you have because someone else is praying for what you have. There is a mom right now who is probably watching her son die on their deathbed and on the hospital. Like, it's as sad as that sounds, like someone else has it worse than we do. And it's just something that has become part of my growth, is knowing that I'm not where I used to be. So finding gratitude and then sitting with yourself and your emotions with no distractions. That means, being present in the moment and feeling out what you're feeling out your thoughts, feeling out your energy, what you're saying to yourself. And then if it's negative, if it's toxic, if it's not something you would want your child to say, you want to be accountable for your actions, for your thoughts, and say, I'm going to speak truth over this and say, I am equipped. I can rise above this situation, right? I can build a business or whatever. Speak that truth. And then number 3 is unplugging. And, when you unplug, it's really about getting your week together for me. When I unplug, I am not sometimes, okay, here's the thing, guys. Don't think unplug. It means you just have to be off your phone and do whatever you want. Unplugging, make your own definition of it. It don't have to be what everyone else does. Okay. Make your own definition of unplugging and still being productive. For me, when I unplug, I'm off my phone. I may be making content on different apps, but I'm not on social media. I'm not checking my messenger app. I'm not available at that moment for those 24 hours. I may be writing down content notes, live video notes, branding notes, putting together resources for you guys. Sometimes I do reels. I batch reels. I'm just not in my inbox all day. You know what I mean? And then I'll do reels for 30 minutes and then I'm off my phone. Like, I listen to what feels good in my business. I don't overthink it. I do not look at other people and what they're doing and say, oh, I need to do that to be successful. You can't look at other people in this business and think that you have to do what they're doing. You can still be productive when you unplug. That's what I mean. Yes, I see. I'm watching. So that's what my next part. Do what feels good. I see. Oh, I'm watching Lincoln. Okay, mommy's busy. When you do the hard things and when you do things that feel good in your business, but it's guys, fear is usually the root and the base of why you don't show up or why you won't carry out your purpose. It's fear most of the time. And even though you do it despite of being afraid and you do it anyway, you gain experience, you gain knowledge, you gain understanding of being a true entrepreneur when you do things despite feeling afraid, when you hit that like button, when you show up on a 3-way call with your potentials, when you get on the phone with somebody and talk about the business. Getting someone's phone number that may be states away on the other side of the country, and you get on the phone and you say, hey, this is what I do. What can I help you with? What are some of your goals? Those things are scary, but you want to do it anyway because it builds tough skin. It builds that experience, and you're going to suck and fail your way through that. And that's okay. You cannot be afraid to lose. You cannot be afraid to fail when you're here. It's uncomfortable. Growing is not meant to be comfortable, but the more you look forward to the growth, things will look up, right? You're going to look up and you're going to know, hey, I worked on that. Hey, I'm gaining my confidence through that. It's rewarding. You can walk other people through that as well. It's just doing what feels good, because I know there were some of you all that are going through a tough time right now in your business. And know that that's okay. Like, that's so normal. It is so normal to go through hard seasons. And when, you may not hit your goal, you may not maintain that month. We are in sales. It goes up, it goes down, it fluctuates. People walk away. People say they're going to order and they don't. People tell you no. And that is part of this. It comes with the territory, and you have to armor up every day with that gratitude, with that knowledge, right, of this industry, right? And coming to me as your upline, as your leader, and saying, okay, Liv, I need help with this. What can I do? And I do my best to share. And if you don't like my answer, you can always go to another leader. It's not going to offend me. But, you want to reach up, reach out, ask for that help. And I'll hop on a Zoom with you and we will go over it. You want to do what feels good. Bring joy into your business. Bring excitement into your business. When was the last time you got a sample out? If you are sampling, congratulations. You're working your business. You are showing up. Samples are huge. Sample your way to 200K. Sample your way to 4K, 12K. Sampling is one of the biggest components of Thrive that I think sets us apart from so many other companies, get excited about those samples and tell people like, yo, I got 3-day minis. Get in my inbox like now. Like I got, sometimes I'm like urgent and I tell people like slide in the DMs, they're going to go fast. Like your demeanor when you're on your stories, when you're showing up in your lives or you're showing your face, what are you sharing about? Are you speaking with that confidence? And if not, look at content and self-development that is geared towards confidence, geared towards women empowerment. If you have trouble speaking, that's one thing I have trouble with. So I'm looking at YouTube videos on Tony Robbins, on other professional motivational speakers, and what tips that they have shared that I can use and apply. I'm not going to do it like them, but I'm going to gather that knowledge and use it. So if there's an area specifically that you struggle in, go and look up that topic. YouTube, University of Google. Y'all know Google has everything. Getting in the internet and looking up things that you struggle with most and listen to other people, seminars, webinars, go into our cloud office, check out our PDF files that talk about the products, get the product knowledge. When you know the product knowledge of Thrive, you're unstoppable. I'm sorry, you're unstoppable. And I don't mean that you know the ingredients, but you know what you're talking about when you go to talk about it. People see that you're confident. People see that you've got it going on. Like, your products, they work. That people are loving them and you're using them and loving them. That's what people want to see. So if I'm proud of you, if you're sampling, that's amazing. And even if you're not, get samples out this week. 3 samples. That's a great goal. It will already set the foundation for December. Getting 3 samples out, even 1-day samples are great. That's another thing a lot of leaders are implementing. 1-day samples are smart. I'm getting dry mouth. What is it? Okay. Let's try to fix it. I haven't actually been talking about 1-days like I should. I'll go ahead and hold myself accountable. But I know 3 days work for me and my customer base and the people that I speak with. 6-day minis, get them out. Couples experiences, I used to do those all the time. Get together men's and women's capsules. Couples minis, up on deck. Like, hey, let me know. And it's not just throwing up product slides. It's not just throwing up 4 or 5 product slides and thinking that you work your business. It's getting up and showing your face every day. For the month of December, I want you to set a goal to go hands-free every day. Hands-free on your stories, because stories is 90% where we work, 80% of where we work our business and my business. And I want to duplicate that to you guys and say, get to know your customers, get to know your audience, get to know who it is that you're speaking to, and talk about things other than Thrive. It's not a bad thing to talk about Thrive all the time, because I do. But if talking about Thrive makes you nervous, talk about other things that love it. Kirsten, I'm so happy. Yeah, like I know showing up that's having that goal, and showing up for that goal gives you tangible, like something to hold on to, something to hold, like, hey, this is what I'm working for. Every 14 days is a new 14 days. I hear Lindsay Coggin's voice in my mind every 14 days. I hear her say that. I know, like, it's time to go. Like, where are these promoters? Where are these customers? Where are these people that want to live healthier? Those are your people. The tired mama, the college student, the one in debt, the one who's spending Christmas away from her family, whatever, mamas, daddies. Where are those people at? But just do something on your stories that is about whatever your day was. Did something funny happen? Was there an incident that happened that you're kind of struggling through that you want to kind of just get out there and talk about? And anything, guys, that you share that's vulnerable, please follow up with a solution. In your stories or on your lives, if you're going to share something that is hard, that you've struggled with, you follow up with a solution. We are solution focused thrivers, solution focused women that we find a solution. And we talk about that and we say, okay, this sucks. I have to set a boundary with this person, or I'm feeling X, Y, and Z. So this is my solution to that. And that's going to inspire that person to reach out and say, man, I needed to hear that today because I'm going through the same thing. Right? Does that make sense, guys? Yeah. Cool. Cool. Do y'all have any questions or y'all want to talk about anything? Kind of early, but no, y'all good? Okay. I think y'all are good. I'm gonna stop recording. Maybe. Here we go.